test here, and I'll flip over. And actually, do you have your PC handy? If not, I can flip over to
Yeah.
mine. Okay.
Yeah, do that.
I just want to make sure that we're catching both of our audio here.
Alright. Offline, it says. I'm on your Twitch channel on Firefox.
All right, hang on a second. It should be live here any second.
Okay.
And
hey, I just got my Blu-ray of Lost After Dark today.
Excellent. Thank you for your patronage. I need you to buy about 5,000 more copies.
Oh, Sam, I realize you wanted to use a big word there, but I think what you meant to say was thank you for your patronage.
Whatever. Buy 500 more copies.
One of my favorite lines from Cheers, where Sam makes all the napkins, and they all say thank you for patronizing me. Fucking awesome. 5,000 more copies. If I win the lottery, I can do that. See, let me reload the page here.
Yeah, let me check mine as well.
We should put that on the front page of sdfgaming.com. Thank you for patronizing us.
All right, let's
live now. Incoming. Hold on. Things are slowly happening.
Okay, I can hear you. Perfect.
Okay. Roger. Nipples.
Nipple
test.
Nipple.
Nipple sibilance.
All right,
well,
so
if you got audio coming out of that thing, I'm going to close my browser so I'm not fucking up my bandwidth here.
Sure.
All right, so I'm just going to watch via the PlayStation.
All right, can you see me now?
Hold on. So how do you do that exactly? That is...
you may just have to watch the Twitch stream, because I don't think
I
can share and
but I'm going to do
it at the same time.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it on the PlayStation.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah,
I think it's
one pipe. Where is that shit?
You're mixing up the pipes. Make sure that my settings.
Here it is.
Okay.
TV and video plays. No. I don't remember where
Isn't it that you have to go to the web browser? Like you have to watch Twitch through the web browser on the PS4?
I don't remember.
I think that's right.
All right, hold on. TV and video. Wait, I know how you do it. You hit the broadcast button. No.
I think you have to go to the web browser.
Where's the web browser? Why can't I...
If you go to... I've got it just kind of in my... Yeah.
There it is. Start. Okay, so let's see. Games. And wow, can I search in here? Wait, maybe it's easier to just do it for the web. Oh. This thing's being a bitch. There's no way to just say, yeah, my friends are streaming, I want to watch his stream.
Yeah. It's kind of a bummer.
I wonder if I can do that from your profile, maybe?
I think if you just go to the web browser and do twitch.tv/BorillaSDF, I think that's going to get you there.
Yeah. All right. I have too many screens and computers hooked up to them. It gets confusing.
Life is a confusing thing sometimes.
What? Okay, Gorilla SDF Twitch. Go. Make it happen. Go to channel. Until Dawn. Gorilla SDF is playing Until Dawn.
That
You've
is
indicated
accurate.
that this channel is for mature audiences. I think I'm down with that.
Well, I mean, you're of age. I don't know that I would go so far as to say mature. And I'm now pronouncing it mature, by the way.
Mature. You've made that switch.
Mature, yes.
Yeah. I've decided that I don't hate children as much as I thought I did. It's mature of me.
Oh.
Why is it taking so fucking long to load? Come on. Come on. I'm on your page, and it really, really wants to show me some video here. Let me do one more thing. Turn off all backups, maximize everything. Just won't show up on your channel here. Says you're broadcasting, Until Dawn. But I cannot get it to load.
Can you, with your PS4 on, can you stay in the party chat and then swap over to PC?
Nope. I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it just loaded up. Yeah, you're on the title menu.
Yes.
With a very creepy-looking dude from a Coen Brothers kind of style-looking guy.
Yes, he is from Fargo.
Oh, that's that actor. What's his name?
Yeah,
I never
Peter
remember that guy's
Stormare.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
All right, let me go full screen on this shit.
Okay.
I can get the full effect. And whoops, damn it. Wrong monitor. I want it on the big monitor. Okay, so let me say something.
I am broadcasting Until Dawn.
Right. I'm turning PlayStation audio down, and the only way I can hear. All right, we're good. I got this figured out.
All right.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, you ready to roll?
Yeah, sounds good on my end. Let's hit it, man.
All right. Johnny Dolan.
Yes, sir.
It is yes. It is a dark and stormy night here in Nashville. A perfect time to look at Until Dawn, a PlayStation 4 exclusive game. I would.
This game, just from this menu alone, this game looks like it's going to be scary.
All right. We'll wait till I do this. Oh, let's turn to the camera. Hey. What's up? And then I'll look up. Hey, I have control over that. Hey.
When he purses his lips together and the little smile comes over his face, that's the most disturbing part of that.
You mean like this? Hey. What's up? I'm Peter Stormare. Welcome to Until Dawn.
Peering into my soul. I don't like this. Can we move on?
How you doing?
I do need to get to sleep tonight at some point.
Wait, what's up there? Nothing. Looking back.
Is there something up?
Let's check. Oh, nope. All right, we're good. So yeah, this is a PS4 exclusive. As we're looking at this game, we're gonna touch on some story stuff that happens a little bit later. So if you haven't played this game, Drive Club update file installed. There's a game I don't play.
That's your 5-second review of
Yeah,
Drive Club.
Drive Club. I don't play that game. So yeah, so we're gonna touch on some later story stuff. So if you haven't played Until Dawn and are interested, then I would say just go ahead and grab the game. It's quite good. Hey. So I have finished the game,
Nice.
which gives me the opportunity to go back and play specific episodes. So what we're going to do is we're going to play the very beginning of the game, which is sort of a prologue, and then we're going to probably hit something a little bit later. So, hey. So I like.
Wait, I got the perfect soundtrack for this, ready?
Yeah. You like the mouth hop? All right. So
Let's take that mouth hop and I'm going to stick it up your ass.
perhaps
That's the look I'm getting from this guy.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
as you can see, though, the facial animations are pretty good.
Well,
and
yeah, that's a good likeness. Like I recognized him immediately as that creepy guy from
Yeah.
all those movies that I like. Yeah.
Hey, what's up there? Nothing. All right. So I know I can't. I just discovered I could do that, so I can't get it out.
You can't tell. You can't tell.
You talking to me? All right. So this is interactive storytelling of a sort. And, oh, well, we can even do, like, I could play this all night of just moving Peter Stormare's head around.
The Until Dawn menu game.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do 2 videos. We could do one of just this.
Yeah, no, if the game were just this, 5 stars. Okay? All right, so like I said, I finished the game, so here are the episodes that I can go back. There is a branching narrative, so I'm actually going to make some decisions that I didn't make the first time around to see how that impacts.
Are there more characters that show up on that menu screen that you can control their face, or just this guy?
No. There are at least this guy and a character from the game named Sam I've seen. And
Nice.
it may kind of depend on your finish states in the game or something. So, but we're gonna kind of jump into this and go into the prologue. I have the subtitles turned on,
Awesome.
so hopefully you'll be able to see the dialogue. I think this is a really well written game, actually.
You don't hear those words come out of people's mouths very often.
Yeah, it's actually written by 2 guys who are pretty steeped in the horror movie world. A guy named Larry Fessenden and Graham Resnick. Larry Fessenden, in fact, there's a point in the game where you're in a movie theater or a private theater of sorts, and a lot of the movies are films that Larry Fessenden either produced or knows the guys who made them or what have you. So.
Nice.
But as you see, yeah, so it's telling you, hey, the decisions you make can change the outcome of the game. When I first played the game, not everybody made it. Just how it happened. In fairness, at least 2 of those deaths were outside of my control. In the sense
They had
that
it coming.
yeah. Yeah, there are characters.
Nice.
Yeah, you're definitely going to run into characters in this game that you kind of want to see die. It is
The
very
douchebag jock guy.
yeah. There's kind of that character.
Okay. I know what I'm getting into now.
Yeah. So so you start off. It's a party. By the way, Emily is terrible. She's an awful person.
Oh, come on. She deserves it. It's not her fault that she has a huge crush on Hannah's.
But like I said, as you see here, I think the facial animations are pretty cool and well done and expressive.
Belongs to everyone. Mike is my man.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who do like in-engine conversations and shit like that where the lips or the jaw just seems real kind of snappy, like kind of rubber bandy, and it always just kind of ruins the whole look. But this looks really good.
Yeah, it's a pretty good looking game. You know, not 100% of the time. There's still, there's a review up on the site if you want to read it, sdfgaming.com, and there you're gonna see a little bit of graphical hitchiness. I'm not sure if we'll see it here, but during the course of the game, there was definitely some jumpiness with the frame rate. And, it kind of is what it is, but for the most part, it looks really good almost all the time.
This is a PS4 exclusive, correct?
It is a PS4 exclusive, and, the rumor I kind of heard was that they didn't push this a whole lot because of the way that the order was received as a PS exclusive. And that they were a little reluctant, because this is a real unusual game, and under different circumstances, this could have gone horribly wrong. So,
but they've got experience with this kind of stuff on this platform. Like, they had Heavy Rain, which was kind of a storytelling type of game. So, I mean, it's not like it's their first, time at the rodeo or something like this. So
Sure. So, I'm in control here, I believe, of Emily, who is terrible.
I'd like to just point out, and I know this is just me being me, but I am a huge fan of yoga pants.
Fair enough.
I love yoga pants.
There are a lot of ski pants and yoga pants.
Nice.
So
Okay.
You'll see that I can.
I'll probably be picking this up.
Sure. It's
All right. Well,
it.
good night. Thanks.
All right, and that's Until Dawn. Yoga pants. The subtitle.
Yoga Pants Simulator.
All right, so with the right stick, I'm kind of looking around. I've kind of learned the finesse of this a little bit. Later on in the game, you're going to be charged with a flashlight.
Okay, and if you kind of herk and jerk it around, it's impossible.
Yeah, so you gotta
like a smoothness to it. You gotta maintain, or
right, and you'll kind of see as I'm moving around here, you'll see these little flashes of white. Glittering lights to tell me, hey, here's something I can interact with. So, we're like right now, I'm going to pick up this note. To do so, I right trigger, and then use the right stick to turn it over.
Nice.
And and then it tells me, hey, Mike is telling me, hey, come to the guest room because you're hot.
What did
Oh, this is Beth. This isn't Emily. Emily's the worst. Beth is okay.
She's the worst, man.
Did I mention Emily is kind of the worst?
I don't even know her, and I already don't like her.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So now this is Beth, and I'm gonna pick up this bottle. See what Josh has been drinking. Jeremiah Craig.
Looks like something good.
Yeah, 12-year. That's all right.
He's out cold.
Yeah.
Jeez, Josh. Once again, brother, you've outdone us all.
Sure. All right.
At least he knows how to party. I mean, he might be an asshole. I don't know yet, but. Oh, and we've got another male across the bar who's also passed out. Okay.
Sure.
Yep, strong drinkers.
We should start with a little, making out and see where.
So meanwhile, upstairs, Mike and Hannah. Hannah and Beth are sisters. The note that you saw was from Mike.
Just take your shirt off. What? Oh my God. Matt?
And some asshole's got a selfie stick. That's no good.
Hannah.
I'm sorry, Hannah. This all got
Don't
out of
mind.
hand,
Just
but
a
Never.
stupid prank.
uh,
Man, you guys are jerks. You know that? Hannah?
Yeah, so I'm kind of letting that scene play out a little bit, but yeah, basically, Hannah.
That's and antagonizing within the group. So
Yes.
maybe later on, she won't want to help
Josh.
these assholes.
Josh.
Yeah. So, there's one of the choices that you saw right there where I basically
Someone outside.
am given a choice of, a binary decision. Do I want to do this or that?
Is that timed? Can you have
What's going on?
inaction?
Where's my sister going?
Yes. In fact, one of
She
your
just
options
said
is
a
to
joke.
choose
It was
nothing.
just a
And there
prank,
are
Hannah.
times
Okay.
where that's the correct
What
choice.
did you do?
we're just messing around, Beth. It wasn't serious.
And
You
but yeah,
jerk.
some of the options are
Hannah.
timed, some of them are not.
Hannah.
In a second here, you're going to see a little bit of
Go after her?
a quick time event. going on.
Right now, Mike.
All right, so here we go. Here's our QuickTime event. All right, so here's a decision that's not a timed one, where I can pick my path. Do I want to go the safe route, or do I want to go the fast route? I think last time I went safe. I'm trying to make decisions that I haven't made previously. So using the right stick, I'm going to tell it to go fast.
Okay, so in decisions like this, they're not necessarily always a time decision, because you're hanging on this for quite a while. So it's...
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So some of them
are,
yeah.
Some are not. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you'd missed the triangle prompt at the top of the dock there, would you like face plant it or something? Or?
Yeah, you basically start that event over, you know.
Okay.
All right, so instead, before I followed the footprints, this time I'm going to follow the noise because that seems dangerous.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Let's see if we can get into some business.
Let's see if we can get this woman skinned alive on screen here.
I know how the prologue wraps up, and I think that no matter what I do, it's going to end roughly the same way.
Okay.
So, let's... all right, that dude kind of ran off. I can follow the shadow, or I can follow the footprints here. Let's...
Shadow.
Yeah. All right, shadow it is. And as I mentioned in the review, this was a really fun game to kind of play with, you know, the girlfriend on the couch, and we would make these decisions together. It turns out she's a lot more bloodthirsty than I am, so a lot of times characters died as a result of her wanting that to happen.
I mean, can you blame people? I mean...
well, yeah, and there were times where it made sense. So here's, you know, kind of the flashlight deal where I can kind of sweep around, and I'm looking for, you know, clues on the ground. There are also these totem things, which we'll probably run into here in a second.
So you're also controlling the walking, like this isn't on rails or anything.
Yeah, I mean...
You can just kind of move about, okay.
Yeah, the path is fairly linear.
Yeah.
But yes, I do control where I'm going. There were definitely places in the game, like, you know, kind of routes I did not ultimately take.
Hello? Hello?
And, so yeah. Alright, so here's the thing on the ground. This is, looks to be a totem. So let's, pick this guy up. And, you know, since we're kind of in the prologue and the tutorial, it'll explain what this does, but anyway, essentially it gives you the death totem gives you a glimpse of the potential negative outcome for this character, and there are totems that give you which are called guidance totems, which will show you kind of a better path for a character to take. There are fortune totems that show you, based on the decisions that you're making, here's the outcome for this character. The death totem shows you like exactly how they would go. I gotta be honest.
It's weird. I'm wondering why that's in the game. Like, is it necessary to have those? For some reason.
I don't think so. I mean, I found some utility in the guidance totems.
Hannah.
And you'll see that a lot of times, like, you're just kind of wandering through an area, and like you'll see here, it's going to jump into a cutscene.
Oh my God, you must be
but
freezing.
you're never on totally steady ground.
I'm such an idiot.
Okay. So
because
you've always got to be paying attention.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's kind of fun because now that I've finished this game, there's stuff I'm seeing even in the prologue that I'm like, oh, okay, I know what's going on here more than I did when I first played. Yeah. Alright, so here's going to be some quick decisions coming up. So she drops her phone, and, you know, Hannah's a bit of a potty mouth, as you see.
No! No! What? No!
Uh-oh. We're in some trouble.
Hold on! Hold on!
Alright. So I'm gonna drop Hannah.
What?
Because I didn't do that last time. Okay.
Nice. Oh.
Yeah.
I told you you
Oh,
can't
man.
change what happened last year.
That's
It
rough.
can only affect the future.
So
Accept it and move on.
this is something I haven't seen prior. Which is Peter Stormare's character plays this analyst that you
have
see
committed to commence with the
pop
game.
up periodically.
This is significant.
And
want to
he's
help
the
you
guy
think
that
through.
basically asks you, like, what are you most afraid of? And the game seems to
Sometimes
kind of
these
build
things
itself
can be a little
around that.
scary, even
Interesting.
terrifying, but
So
I'm here to
he's
make
not a
sure that
character
no matter
part of
how
the game.
upsetting
He's
things
a
may
a narrator of sorts.
Yeah, I mean, as the game goes on, sort of his real purpose in the
All right.
game is revealed.
We will start with a simple exercise.
So, but to give you an idea, basically this is a
And I want
this
you to
or
look at the picture
that
on the other side and tell
Coke
me
or
what you
Pepsi
feel
kind of
about it.
decision
It
here
is essential
where
that
you're
you
saying,
handle
hey, here are the
honestly
things
in
that
order
bother
to
me.
get
And
the
I'm going to
most
try to
out of
pick
this
again some
experience.
stuff that I didn't pick before and see if that changes anything. And then we're going to jump ahead a little bit. But, okay, so let's, we're going to pick up this thing. Hey, it's a postcard with a scarecrow. That's all right. And, ooh, a little
So
wiggle.
even though you let the girl go
So,
in your first, or did not let the girl go in your first
picture
playthrough, at the end of the
make you
prologue,
feel
you had the exact same
remember
result.
Yes, and in fact, when Stormare, pops up here, or the analyst pops up, he was actually saying, "Hey, you can't change the past." So I don't think there's anything you can do in the prologue to affect
Okay.
the ultimate outcome of the game. But it shows you, basically, here's how the game is played. So now I pick, does this picture make me happy, or do I feel uneasy? I'm gonna say it makes me happy.
oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
Why not?
Sure, I'm a happy
What
guy.
way did it make you happy?
All right, so I'm gonna say this picture made me happy because it's peaceful.
Oh,
I'm with you.
All right,
interesting. It's interesting. So, would it make you happy to spend the whole week here all by yourself?
Game has recorded that you are not afraid of scarecrows or cornfields.
yes. But if you say it makes you uneasy, he does ask you, is it because of the scarecrow?
Okay.
No, I'm gonna say I'd be fine being here for a week.
And why is
Up
that?
yours, Dr. Hill. So I'm gonna say I would be lonely.
Well, there is a fine line between the peacefulness of solitude and the loneliness of isolation. This is something we need to explore further.
And one of the
I'm still kind of sorry. I'm just kind of marveling at the
Try to surround
facial
yourself
animations. They're
with
really
friends.
good.
yeah. Well, I was actually about to say the same thing. It really
Yeah.
is almost LA noirish in the sense that the facial animations are very very lifelike and very convincing. I think this is
Yeah.
a step above that. But LA Noire is the first game I can remember where facial animation was a big deal in the game.
Yeah, and this doesn't look like they use the same kind of. Maybe there's there's got to be some kind of face capture going on here, but it's a little smoother than LA Noire.
Yeah,
Like
for
the-
sure.
I thought the head and the bodies in LA Noire kind of felt like they were disconnected in a way.
Yeah.
They didn't quite move right. It was good, but and the facial animations were spot on because that shit was just like kind of video capture almost to an
Yeah.
extent. But this, I can't tell if this is using the same style or if it's more of a rigged animation or something.
By the way, this is a real
Regardless.
awesome opening for this game.
Yeah, love a late title card.
Yeah, and there's a real cool version of the song "Oh Death" going on here, which I appreciate, and feels very cinematic, and the whole game is very cinematic. Rami Malek is on the show Mr. Robot, which everyone should be watching, but he's kind of fun in this game. Hayden Panettiere, Pantaloons, not sure exactly how to pronounce her last name. She is kind of the main character-ish, but as you're playing the game, you bounce through every character, to some extent or another.
Today is the 1-year
I
anniversary
don't
of
know.
the dreadful tragedy that
And
took
as
place
you
on
see
Mount
here,
Washington.
very
Annie Klein,
kind of Evil Dead-ish in the sense that you're going to this remote lodge. It's a year after the death of the two
1 year ago
sisters
tonight, the Washington
that
Post left the safety of their
you
parents'
saw,
lodge and headed
fall
out
to
into
their
the
deaths
sunshine.
here.
foul play.
Not officially, no.
For
And
the 1-year anniversary of the horrible accident at the cabin, they decided to go back to the cabin.
yeah, so the brother of the sisters invites everyone back to this cabin, or to this lodge, and then,
It's still the old
some
sanatorium
dark
on the
business
ground.
is afoot.
Hiding there.
My officers did search the grounds, but
And this
the
is
girls themselves couldn't have made it
the
that
character
far.
Sam,
Something about
as
that
played
mountain
by
seems to
Hayden
breed tragic events.
More than you know.
Pantalone.
Well, thank you for joining us, Andy. With all the Washingtons tonight, there's
Penobscot.
Josh on this,
I don't know,
the anniversary
but anyway,
of the mysterious
so,
disappearance of Hannah and Beth Washington.
Whatever.
Well, hello,
Yeah,
friends
it
and
doesn't matter.
fans. All right, let's do that again. All right.
Huh.
Well, hello, friends and fans. It's beyond awesome to have you guys all back this year. First off, I gotta say, I am super excited to welcome all my pals
Yeah,
back
and there's
to the annual
some kind of
Blackwood Winter Getaway.
Motion face capture combo
So,
going on here.
let me just let you
that's too
know.
smooth.
Let's take
Yeah,
a
there are
moment
some
address
bonus
the
features
elephant
that I
in the
haven't
room
really dug
for a
into
second.
yet, and some of
I know
those
you're
features
all
are about
probably
the tech
worried
they
about me,
used, and
and
I
know
I
it's gonna be
probably
tough on all of us going back after
I
what
probably
happened
should
last year.
have watched some of that
But
stuff prior to us talking about this, but
I just want you
what
all
are you
to
gonna
know.
The mystery is fine. Let people discover that on their own.
do? Sure.
It means
We
so much
can't do it all for you.
that we're doing this. And
We're just men,
I know it would mean
not gods.
two guys.
so much
Just
to
two
Hannah
guys.
and Beth that
Yeah,
we're all
just
still
a
here
couple
together,
of bros.
thinking of them.
Um,
I really want to spend some quality time with
So
each
so
and
we've
every one of
got
you, and just to share some moments
Josh
that
inviting
we'll
everybody
never
back to
forget.
this lodge,
For-
and
for the sake of my
all the
sisters
friends that were
and,
there at the disappearance
you know.
of the twins
Okay, so
are invited
let's
back, and
party like we're fucking porn
also
stars,
bit of
okay?
a potty
Make
mouth
this one
is Josh.
trip we will
They're
never
the
forget,
language in this
all right?
game a
Yes.
little salty, if you ask me.
I'm done with that.
Yeah. All right, and so then back to some credits, which are pretty boss once more. And like I said, it's kind of interesting to see all this stuff begin again, because now that I know a lot of how this game wraps up, and that can, I assume, change. But there is definitely some stuff that figures heavily into the story here that's kind of fun. All right, so this should be the conclusion of the prologue, and if that's the case, we're going to jump ahead a couple of chapters as soon as we have the opportunity to do so. But yeah, I mean, very pretty game. Graphically, I think one of the better PS4 games I've played. All right, so let's...
Yeah, I like this whole credits sequence. It's got a very, kind of Hollywood production feel to it. It's very well done.
All right, so now we're going to jump back to the episodes. I'm going to move ahead to... That's really interesting. This chapter changed title. This was previously called Haunted, and is now called Isolation. All right, well, let's jump into it and see what the hell happens.
That's weird.
All right, so you're going to get a previously on. These are the decisions I've made up till now.
Okay.
that haven't been changed. And so this is all from the
Today is
prologue.
the 1-year anniversary
Pretty
of
much
the
in almost the
dreadful
beginning of
tragedy
every
Hannah
chapter,
and
you see these two
the
girls
twins
take a
who were
header onto
stolen.
some rocks,
I know
which
it
is
would
pretty
mean
disturbing.
so much to Hannah and Beth that we're all still here together, and I'm thinking of them.
And
Whoa, hello.
all right, so Emily is on the left through the binoculars.
Butterfly.
She's the worst.
Excuse me? Did you say something?
Oh, did you not hear me with your sluttiness?
Stop it! Mike, why don't you check out the guest cabin, the one I told you about?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
All right, so Mike is kind of
hear
the
that?
jock character. There's
What
a little
in
bit of a
God's
love
name are
triangle
you
going on with
Here's our
him.
one-way ticket to the spirit realm.
Watch out for that, Josh. He's a schemer.
That's how
Chris
it's
is
gonna
the guy
be.
that you just saw in the robe there. He's kind of
Yes?
the jokester of the group.
Jess!
So,
And so now we're going to play with the Ouija board, which is actually referred to only as a spirit board in this game, I assume because of copyright infringement.
Parker Brothers ain't giving that
It
shit up
doesn't
without
say
some
that.
cash.
Sure.
That was always my favorite thing about a good old-fashioned Ouija board was, talk to the spirits, brought to you by Parker Brothers.
Yes.
Oh, shush. Let's
And
try this.
yes,
if I haven't said so already, it's important to say this game pulls from a bunch of different horror movies. All right, so I think before I played it flippant, so let's go all serious like with the
Okay.
spirit board.
Is anyone there? Will you reveal yourself to
I
us?
talked to Jimi Hendrix on a
You're
Ouija board
there?
once.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was cool. I was like 12.
sure. I mean, I'm sure he would have a lot to say to any given
I
12-year-old.
didn't do anything.
it's moving again.
Stay in school. Don't do drugs.
H?
I don't think that's
Hold
coming
on.
out of Jimi Hendrix.
Are you moving it?
Jimi
I
Hendrix's
swear,
mouth.
it's just moving.
No.
Help?
Play guitar all the time and smoke
I
lots of
don't know.
weed.
What does
That's
it
his
mean?
advice.
Right,
We know
right.
who it is if we're supposed to help them.
Okay. So I don't remember what my choice was here. Let's go with clarify.
Who
So
are you?
anyway, we're consulting the spirit board, and in theory, we're getting
Here goes.
messages
S.
from
I,
S. T.
Josh's sister,
sister.
Hmm.
Sister?
one of the ones who
Whose sister?
who
Oh, come on.
has
Is this for real?
gone
Shut up.
missing /
Ask her whose sister.
died.
Josh, it's gotta be.
Yeah, okay, well, which sister is it then?
Ashley, ask who it is.
All right. Okay. Before it was Hannah that I asked. So let's go with Beth.
Who
See if it's
are we speaking to?
if we're changing
Beth?
anything here, and we'll know that we've changed
that
something
you?
because you'll see this butterfly thing kind of flutter in the corner of
Oh.
the screen
Oh God,
Okay.
to let
That's
us
kind
know.
of
Josh.
the telltale
Are you-
equivalent to so-and-so will remember
Are you
your
sure?
action
Because we
or
can still-
whatnot.
Yeah.
Lets you know that
Dude,
you've modified
I
something
wanna
in the way
hear
the
what it
story is
says.
going to progress.
I don't know where to start.
think about it. If this is actually Beth, I mean, we can find out what happened that night.
Okay. Let me think.
All right, let's probe. That's always fun.
Beth, we want to know what happened to you that night. Can you tell us?
I started playing some South Park Stick of Truth, and let me tell you, probing is fun.
N?
It's spelling Hannah.
Wait, it's still going.
You know,
L. Oh my
That,
God.
that game is something special, man.
it really is. That whole probing scene, the whole thing on the spaceship is just fantastic.
just stay calm.
The Randy
I'm
Marsh
saying that
comments,
someone-
I know.
I don't
in
know.
particular, are pretty
So
great.
good.
Ask it something else.
All right, so let's ask who killed Hannah.
All right.
I know that I didn't do that. A lot of this conversation is kind of
Hannah?
different.
Who was
okay.
it?
So my understanding is that there were
L?
about
I.
1,000 pages of
B?
The library. Maybe there's something in
of
the library.
script
B?
for this
R?
game.
O.
Huh.
O.
That's
Proof. There's proof.
In the
That's a
library.
lot.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
What's a standard
Holy
movie script?
shit.
90 to 100 pages.
Wow.
Yeah, so that would be, 10 times as much in
Josh,
theory.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know if you think messing with me is somehow going to help me deal with my grief or whatever, but
So Josh,
not
who is
cool.
the brother of
you
the
wanted
sisters,
to use the
is
spirit board.
Hey, calm down.
getting a
It's
little
not
freaked
actually-
out.
Do this right now, okay? You guys are
I also like one of the characters' name is Ashley, but they refer to as Ash, which,
Should we go after
again,
him?
kind of a tip of the hat to Evil Dead.
He'll be
Nice
okay.
nod.
Yeah.
Let's just give him some time.
I don't
And
blame him.
there's a lot of
That was
that stuff.
crazy.
There's
The
certainly
pointer
like
flew right
slasher
off the
movie
table.
stuff. There's a little bit of The Shining. There's a little Evil Dead.
I wasn't faking anything.
There are
I
others
think we should do
that
what
are
he says.
very clear,
We should
but I
look
don't want
in the
to
library.
point them out just yet because that would be a bit spoilery. All right, so here's
Jess!
here's Mike. He's out there with Jessica, also a terrible person. They're like two of the girls in this game seem like perfectly nice people. The other two are people that, when they go, you're not necessarily heartbroken about it.
Nice.
All right, so
The game gives you opportunities to kill people you don't like.
yeah, in some cases it's because of a bad decision, say. In some cases it's very direct. So all right,
You in there?
let's see what's going on in the cabin of this truck.
Camera perspective is great. And it's got, there's a nice adventure game feel to it, like old school LucasArts style direction, where you kind of set a scene and then let the character walk around in it. It's really cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really nice 3D environment that you're moving around. One of my complaints with the game is that sometimes the movement
Where did
is a
you go?
little bit clunky,
This is
especially as
not funny.
the camera is
I
moving
totally
around
promise I
like
won't
you're
murder oh my God.
and there's a good portion of this game that leans on jump scares that sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but they're still kind of fun, I think. And
I was scared, Jed. You can't just
as you see here, Jessica is terrible.
I'm sorry, did I scare you?
If we send that to anybody,
Not just because she
I
scared
got it.
Mike, who's also kind of shitty in his own right, but
I didn't know you had such a cute little ladylike scream, Michael.
she's just she's just an awful person. And there are times that you kind of want to see her go, and there is opportunity for that to happen. In fact, in the playthrough I had previously, she had one of the more gruesome deaths, which kind of made me happy. So, all right, we're gonna go witty. Mike's a witty
as I
guy.
can tell, my pants are still on.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, looks like you have to try harder.
A challenge, eh? Well, I hope you're strapped in, because you're about to feel the full force of my mind-melting thrill skills.
All right.
I like the Predator vision.
Yeah. That is again a bit of a spoiler to describe exactly what that's about, but it pops up frequently throughout the game until you get the actual reason for that vision. But yeah, I mean, I think the environments look real cool. Here's the thing, John Dolan.
Yes, sir.
I enjoy the horror movies quite a bit. I don't think many games have captured the feel of a horror movie all that well. I think this does an awfully good job of that. It kind of not necessarily maintaining tension, although I will say that towards the end of the game, I felt like it did a nice job of propelling the story forward and making all that really exciting.
Hello?
As well as pretty gory at
Someone
times.
there?
So yeah, it's much like the Telltale games. Let's see. Throw something at the tree for no good reason. Followed by another jump scare. There's a great moment in this game that I'll kind of spoil, where you are kind of facing off with a herd of elk.
Nice.
And yeah, it's pretty hilarious. And that's one of the few times where, like, the decision to do nothing was kind of the right one, because you have an option just to take a hatchet to an elk if you so chose.
Yeah.
Which is
So,
pretty fun.
In the scene previous to this setting, the camera was right behind Mike, and you were clearly just kind of walking forward down the path. If you were to back up in that situation, does the camera swing around, or are you just kind of like backing towards the camera?
I'm just kind of backing towards the camera. Like, here I am in this cabin, and you can see. Like,
Okay. It's kind of a contextual camera that pops around. I get it.
Right. So, let's investigate this clue. This looks like a mask of some stripe, and I have the option to scare the shit out of Jessica with said mask, or I can show it to her. I scared her the first time, and I should probably make a different choice here, but God help me, I just I can't stop myself.
Yeah, do what you feel is right.
Yeah, and this is actually something that we should see, maybe the butterfly flutter here, because this is something that later on
Oh my God!
does play a bit of a part.
No! Do not!
Oh my God, Jess.
Do not.
So yeah, so these are horrible people doing horrible things to one another,
Oh no!
and later on, many of them will die. In my personal
scared you.
playthrough,
I
I
didn't stalk you.
saved all the guys,
I will do everything in my power.
which
Better get cooking.
perhaps
Just had enough.
Not underestimate.
Had enough of their nagging.
one of those was an accident. One of those was the decision of someone other than myself.
It was the every man for himself playthrough.
Yes. Well, yeah. There are points in the game where the controller serves as sort of your it'll use the motion control so that it'll tell you to remain still on occasion, and to remain still, what you have to do is hold the controller completely still, and if you kind of make a little jitter there, then
so it's actually like reading the accelerometer in the controller.
Yes.
Not just like the thumbsticks. Oh, cool. That's interesting.
All right, so
that's a good use of that.
Yeah, we'll probably wrap this up here, where we find an elk that's been
It's horrible.
mutilated to some degree.
I don't think he's gonna make it.
Oh, it's
And-
still reading. That's great.
All right, so we're gonna comfort the deer, which before I
Hey,
just
bud.
killed it.
Hey, bud.
God, the poor thing.
I'm sure what it wants is just some
It's
A
okay.
little
calm
TLC.
talking to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, it's in
Hey,
so
buddy.
much pain.
Oh, yeah, buddy, you're bleeding
It'll
out.
be over
Yeah,
soon.
that sucks. That really
Yeah,
sucks.
it'll all be over. Just think of the rabbit.
Look out there.
Oh my God! What the
Tell me
hell
about
was
that.
that?
I don't know.
Oh, there's a bridge! Over here! Over! Mike!
All right, another quick time event as I'm running away.
It's gotta be a bear.
Oh, look! Look!
All right, we're gonna risk the shortcut. And see if we can get somebody murdered real quick. It actually does take a little bit of time to start getting to a point where the characters are dying, but kind of once that happens, it happens pretty fast. Like and again, this is my own experience with the game. It could be very different. All right, we're gonna grab the key. Screw Jessica.
How long
Jess.
is a full playthrough of this game? How many hours?
Hurry!
It felt like it was about a 6-8 hour initial playthrough.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. So it's kind of just like a long film.
Yeah, but I feel like there's enough variety in the decision making that it's
Crap, I feel like I just ran a marathon.
it encourages a little bit more exploration of the game, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. And like, you can play individual chapters and just make decisions there to see how that affects later events. So it's really smartly done. Like I said, my big complaints with the game are the controls can be a little clunky at times,
This isn't the internet, Jess.
It's fairly
Right? This is real life.
predictable
I
if
promise
you're
you that
a
no
horror
bear
movie
or
fan,
anything else
such as
can
myself,
open that cabin door.
because it
I
does
guess you're
rely
right.
on a lot of kind of tried and true horror movie tropes.
I'm almost
And,
feeling relaxed again.
Yeah, but other than that, it's real fun, and they're
Huh.
like the
Typical.
story is genuinely good and fun, and you know
This is
things
not
get
cozy chalet
gross
as promised, Mike.
in a really great way.
Well,
Cool. I mean, I realize it's kind of spoiler, but can we like jump to like a quick death of somebody?
Yeah, let's.
I am a lady, and a lady needs a proper romantic
Like
setting.
something that you can get into some shit real fast.
Sure,
If
let's
that's possible.
let's hop out of this, and this will be kind of spoilery. But let's go. Let's see. Feels like here would
So there
be.
you had Mike on the main menu there. That was interesting. So it just switches them out.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
This guy? Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Oh,
What's up?
what do you say? All right. Yeah. Let's move up.
I want him to smoke a cigarette real bad. I don't know why.
All right, I'll tell you what. We're gonna have to edit this out, but real quick, I need to step away from the controller for 1 second. We'll jump right back, okay?
Sure.
All right, be right back. Okay, sorry about that, man. You there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
So let's go here. I know we're probably gonna get into some business in the later chapter. So yeah, let's kill somebody. Spoilers. Josh
How does it
is
feel? Do you
involved.
enjoy all those emotions
You've
that
been
my
warned.
sisters got
Yes.
to feel once 1 year ago?
Don't come
Only
bitching
guess
to us.
what? They didn't get to laugh
Oh,
it
that's
off.
disturbing.
No, they're gone. Jessica's fucking dead. What?
hear me? Jessica is...
So he appears to have blood all over his shirt. I'm assuming some stuff has gone down already up to this point.
Yeah. There is definitely some action that happens.
Christ.
Oh, God.
There's way too many people alive here for me.
Yeah, well, okay, so at this point in the game, I've really been pretty good with keeping most people in good shape. Okay. So we are going to try to change that. Alright, so the true villains of the game are kind of revealed at this point, which are these kind of screeching monsters that exist in some mines. Nice. And we're going to try to get Emily killed by one of them. And, alright. And as you see, it shows you the time as you're playing the game to, once more, the goal is to keep everyone alive until dawn, or, you know, kill them all before dawn, whatever floats your boat. There are some pretty obvious ways to get these people killed, and we're gonna try to do that with Emily here.
Somebody better do something before the fucking sun comes up. That's what the name of this game is.
Yeah. So, let's see what's going on.
I like a good flare. I like a good flare in a horror movie. Like, flashlight's not as scary as a flare. Flare casts some weird shadows, kind of blinding. I like a good flare.
Alright. I don't think I'd seen that before. Let's see what we got.
Great.
And so, as much as Emily is the worst, this is where I started to come around on her a little bit, because she felt like a survivor to me at a certain point. But like I said, we're gonna try to change that. We're gonna try to put her in as much peril as possible, and see how she might get murdered. Like I said, in my playthrough, she did not make it all the way through it, but it was a pretty directed end to her. So we're gonna try to get her killed a different way. See if that works.
And the lighting in this is phenomenal looking.
Yeah, it looks great. Let's see.
Man, that looks so good. Like, this is, I'm getting a vibe, the
This is gonna be the
latest Tomb Raider that came out recently had really good lighting, and this is very... Yeah, now there's even that little crawl.
Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna screw all this up. Let's see if we can slow her down and get her murdered.
There's a bunch of these things.
Alright, let's go left. Here's an access elevator that is taking her up. She's perfectly safe, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
You know, what could possibly go wrong in a makeshift elevator?
It's got out of it,
Looks safe.
Alright. We are definitely picking every wrong decision possible. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Crap.
Don't move.
Sometimes I accidentally play video games right. I don't mean to. Alright. All right. Here's a decision coming up. I know that I made a choice to get off this elevator that she's on. Let's try to stay on it and see what happens. Oh, there's a grinder. Oh, there we go. All right.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So that is a thing that didn't happen before, but it's good to know.
I don't believe the Rock Crusher would get caught up on crap. Like
what
that.
now?
I don't believe that would happen.
I
think that thing should have crushed her completely, like right to the top of the head.
Yeah, but it's kind of less fun.
You all right?
Yeah.
If they just disappear into the rock crusher, it's way more fun.
Jess.
I mean, you can make it take a long time, but
sure,
I want
sure.
her going in.
I don't know.
No traces.
I got your back.
All right, so anyway, but yeah, so
Yeah, that's sweet.
that's murder. That happens a bunch in this game.
Previously, she died in a different manner than the rock grinder.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Nice.
So let's go with this chest here.
So this is going to benefit. I mean, this game is built for multiple playthroughs.
Yes.
Do it already.
In a way to not be boring because you are seeing totally new content sometimes when you play it.
Yeah, right. Like, I feel like I probably could have been eaten by one of those creatures, but I also, went with the rock crusher instead. But yeah, there are definitely times where you feel like, okay, if I had taken choice B instead of choice A, this character would have just eaten it right there.
Okay, everybody, just calm down.
And ladies and gentlemen, Larry Fessenden is playing the guy with the flamethrower here, who is the writer of the game, and I believe he's also the producer. Or one of the people involved, as well as Supermassive Games. But
You mean with Hannah and Beth?
Yeah, how could you know without being involved?
Or responsible?
You hold on to your horses.
at any rate, I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good look at Until Dawn.
I'm sure the Washingtons would be
It
very
is
surprised to hear.
when it comes to other features. There are some collectibles that you will see here. You'll see that I've picked up a lot of the clues and
this game is making me want to buy a flamethrower.
There's very little time that I spend not wanting a flamethrower.
Pretty much, yeah.
So here are all the totems, most of which I didn't get, but we'll you can kind of preview them and see what's up. Yeah, so there's that, and the bonus content is a lot of video, and as you can see, there's some of the motion capture stuff, but yeah, I mean it's it's no bullshit. It's a full price game. It's $60, but I really had a great time with it, and I kind of expect that I'll monkey with it because those episodes are contained enough that it's fun, to play, because each of the episodes is about 30-45 minutes ish. So you can play one of those in a very short amount of time and just kind of monkey with all the decisions. Like, at some point I'm probably going to go back and try to keep everyone alive as opposed to murder them all. And then I think I'm probably going to do a playthrough where I just try to get everyone killed. As
soon as possible.
Right. And just see what that looks like. But yeah, so this is Chris. Hey. Sup? I can make him not.
This is the mini game.
Right, the menu screen mini game. Yeah, and there's, just like any movie these days, there's kind of a post-credits tag on it that's kind of fun. But yeah, I mean, I don't know that I would go so far as to call it the next step in this sort of interactive storytelling, but I think it is a step either to the left or slightly ahead of some of that Telltale game stuff. Even though I like that stuff a whole lot, I think this just feels like you're playing a movie as opposed to playing a game.
Yeah. No, it looks really great.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. Yeah, I may have to pick this up. Horror. I'm decidedly not as big a fan of horror as you are, but have my favorites in the genre. Evil Dead, obviously, and Poltergeist and stuff. But this interactive aspect to it seems like a lot of fun. One of my problems with a lot of horror is I seem to be pretty impervious to jump scares. And I know a lot of people get off on that, and they just never get me anymore. I've seen them all. So it's hard for me to get into that style, but this looks like it's got less of that and more of just kind of the gore and stuff that I do enjoy more. I really like the Feast quite a bit.
Sure.
Not a lot of jump scares in that film, but I like kind of the campiness of it almost, which is why I think I kind of lean Evil Dead-ish.
Yeah. So here are all the deaths that I managed in my first playthrough.
Nice.
The credits will and it will show you the deaths, and here's the time that happened. So the first time I killed Emily, shot her in the face.
Nice.
My favorite is Jessica's death. There goes a jaw. That's not cool. And and there's me killing Hayden Pantaloons. Yeah, and like I said, during the credits, you get some of the some story that is kind of interesting. Where you have police asking you, "Hey, there was a lot of crazy stuff that happened, and are you potentially responsible for it?" So
nice.
Yeah,
He saved my life.
So I really recommend this game. I'm sorry if you haven't played this yet and watched some of the stuff that we spoiled here, but I feel like there's enough ways to go with it that it's still going to be fun.
Nice.
So yeah, that's it.
What is the price on this? This is full price. It was like $60.
Yes, $60. I feel like.
Did you download this, or do you have a physical?
No, I bought a digital copy. It was a total. As we discussed on the podcast, I heard that the reviews were good on this thing, and I was curious enough to try it out for myself, and I'm really glad I did. I've had a great time playing this game.
I know it looks
quality.
Yeah. All right. So that's Until Dawn. Thanks, John.
Trying to fuck with our heads.
Yeah, that was a good tour, man. Where can people find more of this kind of stuff?
PSN.
She was what?
Are you talking horror games in general?
Okay.
I'm talking you and me in our general jackassery talking over the tops of things.
That would be on sdfgaming.com. Where
that's
you
right.
can.
We have a website.
Yeah, there's
awesome.
a whole bunch of stuff where you can see reviews and videos of us playing some stuff, including this, which you just watched, so you don't have to watch it again, as well as the Shotcast, which is now up to episode 162.
They were
We put some time in on that fucker.
Confused.
Yeah.
And
actually, not chronologically, of course.
No. Yeah. So go listen to what's there, and you'll understand.
Yes, there is a certain amount of timey-wiminess to all that. But yeah.
FDFgaming.com, and on the front page there are a bunch of links to all the other stuff we do. So click on those, you'll find our Facebook page, all that jazz.
Excellent.
What was I supposed to do?
All right.
I had to
We'll
stop
play us
her.
out.
I had to keep her from changing.
Woo!
More mouth harp.
Gosh, helped us.
That's all I got.
All right.
All right, man. Thanks.
Let's shut this down.